Shalom, fam. Shalom. Like, share, comment. Let's get this thing out there. Get this room filled up so we can get started. Throw a shout out in the chat. Let me know you there. For sure. Y'all see the title. Esau has been made bare. Right? Biblical fundamentals, because we know the fundamentals of war is to study your enemy. Right? So today we're going to do a little bit of background check on our arch enemy, Esau. Right? So we don't get caught unaware. Right? Esau has been made bare. We're going to track him down. Right? Some biblical fundamentals. Leave no doubt about who this man is and what the Bible says his fate will be. All right, family. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment. Let's get this thing out there. Get this thing in the algorithm. All praises. Throw me a shout out if you're in the chat. Let me know you there. Let me check these likes. All right, I see him going up. Let's get them likes up. Let's get this room filled up. Akim and Akwa, Mashbaka. It's a good one today. Let's get this thing started. Shalom, Dakar. Shalom, King. Yes, sir. Let's get this thing crack-a-lacking. Right? Dakar, seasoned war machine. You know, one of the number one principles of warfare, right? Study your enemy. Know your enemy. Right? Shalom, Tamayo. Shalom, King. Shalom, E. I see y'all in here. Let's get this thing cracking. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't. Shalom, sis. All praise. Let's get this thing out there. We're going to get started in a few. Let's give it a couple minutes to get this thing out there. Get this room full up. But y'all see the title? Let me show you the full screen. All right. Esau has been made bare. We're going to track him down. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do a background check on Esau so we know who we're dealing with without a shadow of a doubt. They can't hide no more. Their number is up. Their gig is up. All praises. All right. All praises, sis. As usual, the water, Yabashem Shabakatawa, the water for your generous and continuous help, sis. Ahawatha and the water, sis. All right. I see we got some peoples in here. We're going to go ahead and get cracking. Okay. Get right into it. Let me check my notes here. Yep. All right. Like I said, y'all saw the title. All right. Esau has been made bare. Okay. We're going to get right to it. We're going to start with a little bit of background research on Esau. Okay. All right. Modern day Edomites. You see this picture on the right here. This picture is an image of, Washington, D.C., the Capitol building, and where they got Congress and the Senate, House of Representatives and the Senate, which is what comprises Congress, right? Where they make all their laws and, do all of their shenanigans behind these walls. But look at the architecture. Look at the architecture and the picture to the left, right? This is ancient Greco-Roman architecture. Okay. Ancient Greco-Roman architecture. And Esau is prideful. He has pride in the fact that he identifies with what they call quote unquote Western, you know what I'm saying? Western heritage, Western civilization. See what I'm saying? This is their Greco-Roman heritage that they're proud of, and they can't run from it. It's everywhere. It's in their legal system, right? They still use Latin in the legal system in a lot of judicial terms, habeas corpus, and you know, uh, the judges and the legal system is built on the fiber or their Greco-Roman heritage. It's woven into their system, not just the architecture, but the whole philosophy. I mean, I want you to look at the similarities here, right? Look at this little roof. I don't know. Hold on 1 second. Okay. 1 second. Throw ones in the chat, right? If y'all can see my mouse while I'm talking, right? Because see, I'm hovering the mouse over this triangular roof on the right, the photo on the right side as you're looking at the screen. You see the architecture, the pillars, right? How the columns are, right? And then inside this little triangle where the roof is, you see they got these little sculptures and this little scenery, right? This is Washington, D.C., modern day. Now, lo and behold, look right over here. Look at these columns and pillars, right? Same, I mean, to the T. It's almost like they sat there and copied the blueprints. And then lo and behold, look at this. See this triangle? Same thing, man. A little scenery in there. To a T. They proudly boast their Greco-Roman heritage. They can't hide from it, right? All praises, right? They can't hide from it. And peep game. This is what we ain't gonna stay on this too much, but as usual, as per usual, right? If you look in the description, as a matter of fact, give me 1 second here. Momento. All right. Okay, we're gonna do it like this. Let me get this URL. Okay. The URL to this supplemental visual is in the description. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to post a link to this file as usual. Link to the PDF, or link to the slideshow. I'm going to put that in the chat right now. Boom. It's in the description as well as in the chat, right? I just posted that link to the slideshow in the chat. So if y'all want to follow along as we go or download it and, at your leisure, review it later on, so be it. You do what you do. You know what I'm saying? But look at Esau. He boasts in his Western heritage, his Western civilization, which is nothing civil about it. It's all wicked. Now, peep game, I got a link over here for you. Right? We're going to breeze through this article, but I want you to, you know what I'm saying? When you get a moment, make sure you check this link out. Esau is boasting the origins of Western civilization, right? What we owe to the Greco-Roman antiquity. And this is recent. This is this year, August. He's boasting. He's proud. You know what I'm saying? Dear readers, we're looking at Figaro History. You know what I'm saying? This is like a feature. It's a French magazine, right? They dedicated an article or expose on Western civilization. So you got the whole heritage of Esau, which we're gonna go over later, right? Whether we refer to it as the EU and NATO or the 10 common markets or basically the red dragon, right, with 7 horns and 10 crowns. You understand? The remnants of the Roman Empire, the ancient Roman Empire, which has morphed into the modern, right, the new Roman Empire, which is the whore that sits on top of the beast is the United States of America, who controls the dragon, right? The remnants of the ancient Roman Empire, the EU and NATO, and all of these Western nations, Caucasian European nations, France and Greece and Italy and Spain, Germany, the Netherlands, all the Dutch, right? They know who they are. They know who they are. They've scattered Judah and they've chased Israel to the 4 corners of the earth and have done abominations and continue to. But yet they boast about themselves as if it's some great heritage. So peep game, let's see his 2 takeaways, right? 1, Greco-Roman heritage and Christianity are 2 major pillars on which Western civilization was built. Keyword, Christianity, which is a dogmatic religion, right? Christianity, a bastardized version of our heritage, because the Greeks and the Romans, especially the Romans, saw a way to sculpt their society based on this, but picking and choosing what they want, to adhere to, but really using it as a means of controlling society, right? So 2 millennia of dialogue between these traditions have forged a Western mental framework and worldview. Wicked, right? The Greco-Roman heritage is still very tangible, but has become so natural to us that we sometimes no longer perceive it. Let's take 2 examples. And then, mind you, this is an Edomite talking. All right, they telling on themselves right here. Language. Although the English language is not descended from Latin, as the Romance languages are, and when they say Romance languages, it is these languages that derive from Latin, right? Spanish, Portuguese, Italian. You see what I'm saying? And I believe French is considered a Romance language as well, right? But it's right along those that they're tangentially related, right? They derive from Latin, and essentially before that, the Greek. Okay, it says the French speak French because the Romans conquered Gaul. See what I'm saying? French is nothing other than Latin continued and transformed. Okay. Architecture. Greece invented architectural orders, which until the first half of the 20th century were the basic syntax of Western architectural language. From the modest courthouse of a town to the British Museum, the architectural codes of our historic public buildings are largely based on those invented on the shores of the Aegean Sea over 2,500 years ago. So that's what I'm saying. Esau boasts about his heritage and his lineage, and he don't change up, right? He don't change up because they feel like they owe it to their predecessors for what they got, which is true. It's very true. But then they also gonna owe, they also got to bill due for the wickedness of which their predecessors have done. Double the cup, right? Double the cup, because they owe plus interest. And we charging 100% interest according to the Most High God. They getting double the cup, right? You see? So this is just a basic article of them boasting on their heritage and how their laws were developed, right? Rome was the civilization of law par excellence, right? They boast on their common ancestry. You see what I'm saying? They boast on their common ancestry. You see? You just look through here and you'll see. You'll see how it's all tied together, right? And they have not ventured far away from, their original ideologies. You see what I'm saying? They have not ventured far away from their original ideologies. Right? So all praises, Yaquan. Shalom, King. All praises. Good to see you in here. All right. So, like I said, there's a link right there. I just posted it. There's a link in the description to this little slideshow that y'all can download and at your leisure go through it. But that's the first link I wanted to show y'all of Esau telling on himself that he's proud of his Greco-Roman heritage. And it's the foundation of Western society, Western civilization. Okay. So hence the title, Esau has been made bare, because they can't run from who they are. Right? They crack open the Bible and then want to get talking about, oh, Esau is done away with and he, there's no more Esau. No, man. You can't run away from your father. You see what I'm saying? You got to pay for the sins of your father, right? Is a note due. We're going to get into it. All right, let's go over to the next slide. Let's see here. All right. We're going to get into Esau's lineage. Okay. We're going to get into Esau's lineage. And for the most part, right, you can see it right here. I got a little breakdown, and it's in 2 columns. I'm going to go top to bottom on column 1 and top to bottom on column 2. And we're just going to map out Esau's background, right? Study your enemy. Know your enemy. Even though he don't even know himself well enough, we got to know him better than he knows himself, right? Because when the time come, right, when that note is due, you know what I'm saying? We got to know who we dealing with. And for the most part, we got to know how important it is for us as a people, right? Not to mimic what he do, or not to care about the ways of his world, or why he got this, that, and the other, because you don't want to be caught joining hand in hand, right? When that bell tones, when it's that day, right? You don't want to be caught joining hand in hand. So you got to understand what's going on, right? We're going to go through these Bible verses. 1 second. Let me pull up the first one. Okay. Let's get 1 second. So all right, we're going to start out with Esau's he's the progenitor of a certain lineage, right? So we're going to go over that. And we're going to connect the dots. All right. We're going to go to First Chronicles first. First Chronicles chapter 1, I believe. Yeah, 1 and 36. First Chronicles chapter 1, and we're going to go to verse 36. Okay. All right. Here we go. First Chronicles 1 and 36. Salaki. I'll start at 35. Okay. And it just gives Esau's genealogy. Okay. This is Esau's genealogy. It says the sons of Esau: Eliphaz, Ruel, Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. Right? And these, Eliphaz is Esau's son, his first name son. And these are the sons of Eliphaz, right? So these are Esau's grandsons. Okay. And just for those that might not know, I always like to throw in a little bit of vocabulary, right? Understand that Esau, the Most High don't play, man. He know what he's doing. Because look, what did Esau name his son, his first son? Eliphaz. Okay. Eliphaz. What does Eliphaz mean? My God is gold. I'll be damned if that ain't Esau. You can't tell me no other way, man. That's Esau. He all about that greenback. He will rape, rob, murder, steal, kill, slaughter, and then some for that greenback. That's Esau. Okay. All right. So the sons of Eliphaz: Teman and Omar, Zephi and Gatam. Kenaz, and Timah, and Amalek. Okay, remember that. Amalek. All right. Why is that important? Let's go to the next scripture, 1 Samuel 15 and 8. All right. 1 Samuel 15. Go to verse 8. 1 Samuel 15 and 8. And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive, and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword. Okay, so you've got Agag, who is the king of the Amalekites, meaning descendants of Amalek, meaning that Agag is a descendant of Amalek, an Edomite. Okay, and just as brief history, y'all go back and read 1 Samuel chapter 15. It's talking about King Saul and what he was commanded to do, right? He was commanded to go and destroy man, woman, child, and beast amongst the Amalekites. But what did he do? He spared the king for his own selfish reasons, right? And he spared some of the spoils, right? Let's just read one more. It says, but Saul and the people spared Agag and the best of the sheep and of the oxen and the fatlings and the lambs and all that was good, and would not utterly destroy them. But everything that was vile and refuse, that they did destroy, that they destroyed utterly, right? And then Samuel has to come and rebuke this brother, right? And this is why we know that why the throne was snatched from Saul's hand and then hence passed on to David, right? So we know this story, but intertwined in this story is the root, right? Amalek's descendant, Agag. And why is this important? All right, we'll go to the next. We'll skip over to Esther 3 and 10, right? To see why this is important. Because the Most High told, he told Saul, man, my Benjamite brother, man, he told him, man, get rid of all of them. But guess what he did? He spared them. Spared them. And then guess what? We go to Esther 3 and 10, and we know what's going on in Esther. Okay. This is the Medo-Persian captivity. And the I guess you would call him Persian ruler, the Persian king at that time, Assuerus, right? He's sent out for the most beautiful woman in all of the land, and he scooped up our sister Esther, right, to wife her, okay? Because the Medo-Persia, the Persians were in rule at the time, right? So this is how Esther ended up being his wife, is because he sent people out seeking the most beautiful woman in the land. And of course, Israelite women have always been the most beautiful women on the face of this earth, right? No different then than it is now. So here we have Haman, right? Haman, the son of Hamadatha, the Agagite, right? Hamadatha is a descendant of Agag, right? And his son Haman is a bootlicker, right? This is an Edomite. They get in where they fit in, right? You know how Edomites are. He's a bootlicker to the Persian king who has us in captivity. Okay? And advanced him and set his seat above all the princes that were with him. So, this man, he had some position, right? He had the king's ear. Okay? And he was rotten. Because what did he do? Let's go down to 10. Okay? Said, he got promoted. And the king took his ring from his hand and gave it unto Haman, the son of Hamadatha the Agamite, the Jews' enemy. Okay? Why was Haman the Jews' enemy? Because he was steadily whispering in the air, these Jews, you can't trust them. Woo, woo, woo. Right? They're going to turn against you. You can't trust them. He was throwing salt. Right? Not, you know what I'm saying? Not just a little shade. He was throwing big salt. He was dump trucking on us, trying to get us eradicated. Okay. And we just going over the surface of the story. But what I want y'all to do, I want y'all to make sure that you go back, okay, each one of these and read the story. All right. Read the story. It's crucial because you got to understand the history of this thing. This is our heritage. Okay. So in Esther chapter 3, okay, we got Haman, a descendant, as Hamadatha's son, a descendant of Agag. That lets you know that because Agag was spared, now you got this man, this Edomite, who was the bootlicking stooge right-hand man of the Persian king, who is still the Jews' enemy. Okay? This man not supposed to exist because his descendants have supposed to have been eradicated, right? But the brother Saul, you know, he fell off. He disobeyed the Most High commandment. And now we got this thorn in our side, right? Amalek is a particular thorn in our side to this day. Okay. Never mind all the other Edomites. Amalek is a most uncomfortable thorn in our side, right? And we're going to see that throughout history. I'll go over that as we go. But you know what's going on in Esther is, okay, Esther's uncle is Mordecai, and we know the story of Purim and how, you know, we were triumphant over the Persians and so on and so forth. Go in Esther and read the story about our heritage, okay? Because if you don't know about the story of Purim and about Mordecai and how we overcame these fools, the Persians, right? Go and read this history. This is our history. And understand that, you know, they are Confederate against us, and they always have been. They always have been Confederate against us because the Edomite bootlicker, who is the descendant of the man that was supposed to be eradicated, is sitting right there trying to eradicate us, and he is labeled as the Jews' enemy. Okay? The Jews' enemy. Generations later, he's still the Jews' enemy. Now, we're going to get some additional information on this, and I'm running through this real quick, but I want y'all to go through and really read the context and the history and understand these stories and see how these things link together. Because this is like I said, this is the fundamentals. There's many more layers to this, but we're going over fundamentals, okay? And so for the next link in the chain, we're going to go over to the Apocrypha, right? We're going to go to the editions of Esther, or some books will call it the rest of Esther, okay? All right, additions to Esther, the rest of Esther, you know, depending on which book you have, right? And that'll be in chapter 16. And we're going to probably start at 10, right? Let's see here. Yeah. Additions to Esther. Yeah, we'll start at 10 and we'll run it down. Okay. So this is in the Apocrypha, the additions of Esther, or some versions of the Apocrypha might say the rest of Esther. All right. Chapter 16, we're going to start at 10. It says, for Aman, and keep in mind, you know, this is written centuries later. So Aman and Haman, same name, right? And so they just dropped the H. And so is Hamadatha is the same as Hamadatha, right? Aman, the son of Hamadatha, same guy that we were talking about over here. Okay. Aman, the son of Hamadatha, the Agagite, the descendant of Agag, who was supposed to be destroyed, who was a descendant of Amalek, right? Who is a grandson of Esau. So you see the lineage, right? The unbroken lineage. Okay. Additions to Esther, chapter 16, verse 10. Let me double check, make sure I got this on the screen correctly. All right. Additions to Esther 16 and 10. For Aman, a Macedonian, the son of Amadatha, being indeed a stranger from the Persian blood, right? He was not a Persian, okay? And far distant from our goodness, and as a stranger received us. So they're talking about him, right? Had so forth obtained the favor that we show toward every nation, as that he was called our father, and he was continually honored of all the next person unto the king, right? So he was second in line to the king, but they knew who he was. They knew who his father was. They knew his lineage, and he is a Macedonian, right? This is why this becomes important when we go in the Apocrypha as well. We'll go to First Maccabees, right? We'll go to First Maccabees chapter 6. Connect these dots, right? First Maccabees 6. Connect these dots. You see what I'm saying? First Maccabees 6. And we'll go ahead and we'll start from the top, right? The point is in 2. First Maccabees chapter 6 from the top in the Apocrypha says, about that time, King Antiochus, traveling through the high countries, heard say that Elemias in the country of Persia was greatly renowned. Elemias in the country of Persia was a city greatly renowned for riches, silver, and gold, and that there was in it a very rich temple, wherein were coverings of gold and breastplates and shields, which Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian king, who reigned first among the Grecians, had left there. So even in the Maccabean period, right, when we've been going at it with the Greeks already in the Maccabean period, and you see the overlap to where, the Persians were on top, and then somehow they let these Edomites, next to the king, and then somehow they don't wiggle their way, and then now all of a sudden, you got Edomites running the whole thing, namely Alexander the Greek. Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, right? Just like their forefather Haman and Hamadatha and Agag and Amalek, right? That show you that link to the Grecians, to the Macedonian through Alexander. Okay, we connecting the dots. Now let me go into the chat. I know I've been going a little bit fast here, but throw a 1 if you following me. Okay, if you got any questions, throw them out there, or if you need me to review something, throw them out there. But remember, family, we got this study guide. You can always go back at your leisure and do your own study, do your own research, because I want you to understand the stories and the context of what's going on in these times, and get a good grasp on timelines, right? Timelines, all praises, Nicholas. I don't notice the screen name, fam, but all praises, right? Always good to see unfamiliar faces. Lord willing, you become familiar. You feel me? Feel free to ask questions, chime in, because this is an interactive class. Okay. And like I said, if for those that don't know, I'll post it once again. Okay. The slideshow that I'm going through, there's a link to it in the description. Okay. This is a Google slideshow. And, it's just a supplemental study guide. You know what I'm saying? So at your leisure, you can go back and review. So I'm going to post that link again right here. Okay. There go the link. Okay. For everyone who just came in that might not know, you can download that and, at your leisure, review it. It's got links. It's got descriptions we're going over. It's just a little outline, right? So look, now all the way to the Maccabean period, we see this connection, unbroken chain from Amalek, right, all the way to Alexander the Greek, unbroken lineage. Okay. And mind you, Esau is braggadocious about their Greco-Roman history, but little do they know they've been deceived. Because had they cracked the Bible open and understood who they were, they wouldn't be so boastful, I would suppose. But there are Edomites that know exactly who they are, but you got to understand the majority of Edomites, especially in America and in the Western world, they just followers. They just followers. You know what I'm saying? They have one or two rulers and they gung ho. Whatever they rulers put out, that's what they go, because they base individuals. They not real complex or real sophisticated individuals. You know, they just go. And you see how they did the kick though on the Capitol. Trump got them boys riled up, right? Them boys went in there with bear spray and were beating the shit out of cops with poles and you know what I'm saying, stabbing them, and they were strapped. You know what I'm saying? It was a melee. They was busting out windows, right? They was acting like good old Vikings, like just like how they are, base beasts. Okay, all because they leader rile them up and told them, go on over there, man, and act like your natural self, right? Estranged from the womb, crooked, right? A vessel made for dishonor. That's all they know how to do. That's their blessing, is to be savage, right? And to kill. Okay. So you can understand, you might not fathom, right? You might not be able to fathom when you see them do certain things, like, why are these people like this, man? But you got to understand who they descend from. And you got to understand that the Most High said all the way back in Genesis 25, there are two manner of people that will be separated from your bowels, right? When he was talking to Rebecca, okay? You got to understand this, man. You can't expect nothing else from them. If an Edomite disappoints you, then you need to check yourself, honestly and respectfully, right? You should not be surprised by the behavior of these people, okay? Especially towards us, because there's a perpetual hatred, okay? And the only way to counteract that is for us to get right, for us to lift our folks up, lift our brothers and sisters up, right? For us to follow these law, statutes, commandments, have faith in Yahushua and Yahweh, do his will, and then teach others to do so and get this nation built back up. You see what I'm saying? That's how we counteract Esau. But you can't sit there and be surprised by this savage cave beast. Just like the guard said, a vagabond. He's a vagabond. Okay? Don't get me started on Esau, because my blood pressure might start going up. I'm trying to stay in the spirit here. I don't want to start really ranting and raving, but it's easy for me to do that against Esau. But I ain't going to go there, right? I'm going to keep it 100. Keep it right between the lane. You feel me? Okay? So we see this unbroken lineage of Esau all the way up to the Maccabees, right? And then listen, okay? We're going to go to Daniel 8. In case anyone had a shadow of a doubt, let's hop over to Daniel about how this applies to modern day. Okay? For those of y'all that follow on, we're going to go to Daniel 8. We're going to go start around 20. Okay? Daniel 8, we'll start around 20. And basically, if you know, this chapter is about, you know, Daniel's vision, right? And one of the visions was the ram and the goat, right? So if we go down, you know, the little horn and so on and so forth. I'm not going to get into any extensive breakdown about this. If you have questions, we'll go over the questions a little bit later, but I want to get through the lesson first, and then we'll review a little bit and talk about it, right? But we should know about the little horn and you know, the goat, what the vision is. The vision is revealed in this chapter, basically. So I'm gonna get to this point. Okay, so like I said, Daniel 8 and 20. Okay, the ram's identity. Okay, and mind you, we just went and read in Esther and the editions of Esther how the Edomites, right, Haman in particular, was weaving his way in like he was the right-hand man of the Persian king, right? Osiris. Okay. But guess what they end up doing? Conquering them. Right? He's like a slithering beast that he is. He slide in, he get right next to him, and then he chop him down. Right? No, you know what I'm saying? You got no, what do you call it? No tact whatsoever, right? You can't trust your enemy. So Daniel 8:20, the ram which thou sawest having 2 horns are the kings of Media and Persia. Now, here we go. And the goat is the king of Grecia. And the great horn that is between his eyes is the first king. Okay? Meaning, who was the first king? We went over this in Maccabees, right? Who was the first king, right? Alexander, son of Philip, who reigned first among the Grecians, right? So here we go. That horn, that ruler, was Alexander, who took them out, okay? Now that being broken, whereas 4 stood up for it, 4 kingdoms shall stand up out of the nation, but not in his power. And that goes into the breakdown of, Alexander, of course, passed away at a relatively young age, and subsequent to his rule, his 4 generals ruled, right? Now, I don't want to get into a heavy breakdown on that, but we should know that, right? There's a lot of history and like when you hear words like Ptolemy, right? There's a whole lineage from that general Ptolemy because he ruled a certain section, and then Cassander ruled another section, and Lycomachus ruled another section, right? So, I don't want to go into all of that breakdown, but if you do have questions about what those 4 kings are, shoot it. And then I know some of my sharp soldiers in there are going and tighten you up with that, right? But we going over, what I'm saying, the fundamentals, okay? Fundamental. So you see where we at. It tells you who all these people are, right? Who the Edomites are. And then to make it even smoother, the Edomites tell you who they are, right? That first slide, there's a link to this article where they're sitting there just boasting about the origins of their Greco-Roman history, and they owe everything to it, right? And we talked about the similarity to this day, the exact nature of the architecture. For those that wasn't here earlier, I mean, it's you go to the second slide, and it's an uncanny resemblance, right? Look at these columns and how they got the little buttresses, identical, right? The columns sitting up on, and then look at the little triangle with the little scenery, right? Identical. I mean, it's like they're in a time warp. They are so proud of their heritage. So you know what? They got to live with their heritage. They absolutely got to live with their heritage, right? So let's carry on. What else we got for these crackers, man? Look, all right. All praises, okay. A bunch of things have gone down recently, right? A bunch of things have gone down, but let's get a scripture first, okay? Which is basically the title's sake, right? Jeremiah 49. Okay, everybody, we're going to Jeremiah 49 verse 10. Okay, Jeremiah 49 and 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not, meaning he ain't shit, right? He's spoiled. His seed and his whole lineage is spoiled, and anyone who deal with him, and he ain't no good, right? He ain't no good, and he can't hide. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, right? Nowhere to hide, okay? Because the Most High has a judgment, right? Right here it says, we'll skip down to 12. For thus said the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Huh? You think you going unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. Your time coming, Esau, right? Your time coming, okay? Because, Esau was big and bad, right? What is it? Zechariah Is it Zechariah 9? Zechariah 9, Zechariah 11. I'm going to get that real quick. A little side note. Zechariah 11. Okay. It's around 5. Yeah. Okay. Whose possessor, Zechariah 11 and 5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not. All right, Israel, we know who that's talking about. We know exactly who that's talking about. Okay. But we go back to Jeremiah 49. The gig is up, Esau. Most High said, but I have made Esau bare. Okay. And through the spirit, we was just talking about this earlier, right? I think I was chopping it up with Cap and the brothers, man. And look, this is an example of Esau's what do you call it? Insatiable lust for violence and death, right? And greed. This Jeremiah 49 and 9. It says, if the grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough, right? But not Esau. Not Esau. He would not even leave some gleaning grapes. He'll strip you bare. Okay? Because that's just his nature. That's just who he is. Okay? And look, I got another nice little link right here. Matter of fact, let me make this full screen. Okay? Another fresh link right here. All right? Who heard about Derek Chauvin, the cop that kneeled on George Floyd and killed him? Who heard what happened to him? I'm pretty sure all of Israel, you know what I'm saying, threw up a deuce for that. You know what I'm saying? It was a joyous moment for me. I know I felt like I was watching a football game when I read that, like my team scored or something, right? My team scored a touchdown, right? So what happened? Okay, this murderous pig Chauvin, who is I believe they were in Minneapolis, right? Minneapolis. The Minneapolis Metro Police Department or something like that, put his knee on this man's neck and choked him out to death. Okay, and we know what came about that, right? You know, he went to jail. They gave him a slap on the wrist. I think they gave him like 8 to 10, right? They gave him maybe 8 to 10. So lucky, right? They gave him maybe 8 to 10, but we know that wasn't a just punishment, right? That's because, just like I read in Zechariah 11, it is all too often they just find themselves not guilty. But they had to do something about this, right? Because people was looting and, screaming. So, they feel like they'll sacrifice one of their own and throw them a bone. They tell them, Derek, good job. You've killed enough niggas for us. Okay, go over there. The judge going to give you 8 to 10. Man, go sit down there for like 3-4 years. We're going to raise some money for you. You're going to come out rich. Okay. They had, they got their plan. Well, guess what happened to this fool? Okay. Guess what happened to this fool? He got shanked up. All praises. This fool got shanked up. Okay. He in there serving his little lightweight, quote unquote 8 to 10, knowing he gonna get out probably in 3 to 4 from good behavior, right? And all the while, these crackers, these other Edomites has probably got a GoFundMe, and he gonna come out rich. He gonna write a book, and he gonna do a TV interview tour and all this, right? They got it all planned out for him because they want to say, good job. You had your run killing niggas. You finally got caught and got them mobile phones, them damn teenagers with the mobile phones, like Scooby-Doo. Had it not been for you pesky kids, right? That's all. They no remorse. So they got him tucked away. But guess what? This fool ended up getting shanked up. Hey, gave way. My brother from another mother, right? Raquam. Shalom, King, son of Manessa. All right. Shalom to you, family. It's always great to see you, my man. Always, always, King. Ahabata. Yes, sir. That's my dude right there. That's my dude. Okay, all praises. So look, this fool got shanked up. All praises. And look, 22 times. I mean, look, homie was trying to put it on him, right? He wasn't playing. He wasn't trying to tickle this man. He was trying to put it on him. Okay. And y'all go ahead and read this. But look, inmate, you know, this man probably already in for life. What he got to lose? But at the same time, that was a crime of passion. Like when you get shanked 22 times like that, that's usually on the inside. That's usually when you out of pocket and you know what I'm saying? You done something that you ain't supposed to do, or you know what I'm saying? It's usually get back. So this was some get back, right? He got shanked 22 times, right? And guess who did it? Right? It was a man serving a 30-year sentence, right? And he was the Mexican, you know what I'm saying? He's part of the Mexican mafia prison gang. You see what I'm saying? He been plotting, right? Because he been wanting to kill him. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He made a straight up jailhouse shank. See what I'm saying? And then if the correctional officers didn't get him off him real quick, Lord knows that fool might have been dead. But you know what? All praises. I want him to live with all that pain. I want him to live with all of that pain, right? I don't know. They say he might be, you know, partially paralyzed or whatever. I want him to live with all that, live a miserable life, and come out of there paralyzed with nerve damage and a shit bag. You low life dog, right? That's what you get. Okay, excuse my French. Okay, but look, here's a link to that. I just thought I'd throw that in there. You've been made bare, Esau. You can't hide. They can't tuck you away no more. You know what I'm saying? In your country club prison for a few years while the media attention die down, and then you get out a millionaire and you go back to helping other young Edomites kill more niggas. Nah, you've been made bare. And I was watching Chief live, and he brought out a great point. Look, Judah, when Judah bend the bow with Ephraim, right? Meaning when Judah and Ephraim is on one accord, it's a wrap. So when you see Mexican mafia fighting for a nigga that got killed in the street, it's a wrap. That is a microcosm. That's a blip of an example of what's to come. That's a carnal example, right? Don't get me wrong. That's a carnal example of black and brown, so-called, right? Having each other back, coming together, two sticks as one. But in a spiritual sense, you getting a glimpse, Esau, of what's about to happen when Yahushua, when the Most High call, he blow the trumpet and Yahushua return and scoop up his battle axes. It's a wrap, right? Once Judah bend the bow with Ephraim, it's a wrap. Okay, it's gonna be a whole lot of shanking and head lobbing, right? Gonna be to the bridles and blood with that get back in that glorious day, right? In the day of the Lord. Okay, so in the meantime, we got some spiritual work to do. Why? Because look, you know, all this kumbaya, right? Marching. You see what they did to George Floyd, and you know, that's just not that's not the only one, right? That's Dante Wiggins, and there's plenty of brothers, man. We can go down a list. It's one brother every day, at least, that's murdered, and countless others brutalized and tortured, right? There's just a story. Matter of fact, just a little additional. Mississippi, MISSISSIPPI, right? Mississippi police sentenced. Let's see if that pull it up. These fools in Mississippi, right? These 6 officers, these Edomite devils, right? These Klansmen, okay? Look at these crackers. Look at these dirty, low-life beasts. Okay, 6 police officers, they brutalized, shot one brother in the neck, beat him, tased him, sodomized them with guns and such, man. Brutalized these men, tortured them. Look, for torturing 2 black men. For what crime? For the crime of shacking up with a white woman. I shit you not, family. That's how it went down in Mississippi. Okay. It says, after a neighbor told one of the former officers that the 2 men were, let me zoom in. Y'all, you can't make this up. Look, okay. These men admitted in August to subjecting Michael Corey Jenkins and Eddie Terrell Parker to numerous acts of racially motivated violent torture. After a neighbor told one of the former officers that the 2 were staying at a home in Braxton with the white woman. Okay. A neighbor called the police. To think about this now. Okay. Because it's all a racket. Down to the wicked ass neighbor that called his wicked buddy that's a police and said, you know what, them niggers over there staying with that white woman. So guess what he did? He got 5 other ones and they burst into the home with stun guns, a sex toy, and other objects. Man, can you get any more just wicked and disgusting? Is it possible? Is it possible? Right? And you're right. You're right, Waquan. Esau is not getting better through the spirit, King. That's my whole point. That's my whole point in this. For all these niggas that's talking about kumbaya, man, please. Kumbaya nothing. Okay? This is October. This just happened that they got sentenced. They got sentenced in October. So this just happened within the last year or so in Mississippi. That they broke down the door and did these kind of unspeakable things to a black man, to 2 black men, because they were shacking up with a white woman. Man, you got to be kidding me. If anybody want to sit there and try to say, well, it ain't like it used to be, look at this. Okay? Let me read the scripture first so I can stay in the spirit, man, because good Lord, man. You know, that do something to my blood pressure right there, man, when I, you know. Whew. Man. Let's get Job 9:24. Man. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay. If not where, who is he? Right? They want to say what's good is evil and what's evil is good. Right? And whether it's in the 50s and 60s, right? A black man trying to, you know, walk down the street, purchase something or whatever, have a normal day. They sicking dogs on him ruthlessly. What's different? That's what I ask. What's different? Okay. They have an insatiable, right? Unquenchable, perpetual hatred. You best believe that. A perpetual hatred. Okay. And nothing's changed. If anything, is getting worse. It's been what they call a renaissance of this neo-Nazi clan type, militia type cracker. And believe me, I'm born. I was born in the dirty South, right? I seen the worst of the worst cracker face to face on several occasions, right? They're getting more brazen and they're getting more bold. This new generation. You see what I'm saying? So this is just a picture, you know, of your everyday low life based beast sicking a dog on another Israelite, right? But guess what? I want y'all to click this link, and it's another story, okay? In Ohio, okay? This brother is driving a truck, right? And I want y'all to understand. I put a link to our article. It's got the video, and you know, so on and so forth. This is an ongoing case, right? This article is from July 24th, but it's ongoing. The brother was driving his truck, right? Young brother, got a CDL, trying to feed his family, right? The state trooper pulled him over because one of his mud flaps was missing. I want y'all to walk with me here. All praise it. Hey, y'all by Shem Yar Shabakata Wata Wata Hawata Wakam, the Water King. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you for your generous support, King. And like I said, it's always great to see you, man. Always great to see you, family. All right. The water for that, okay? For that generous donation, King. Okay. So look, young brother got a CDL, trying to do right. He working. They pull him over for a mud flap that was missing on one of his axles. Okay, he missing a mud flap. No biggie, right? Man, a ticket, you know what I'm saying? Write that man a ticket. Maybe he ain't even know, man. Maybe the thing fell off while he was in transit. Shit happens, right? Tell him pull over to the next, gas station or the next truck stop and get that thing fixed, right? What they do? They got out the car with AR-15s drawn down on him. AR-15s. So what the young man do? He calls 911 and he's trying to get on up the road to a safe place because guess what? They're in the middle of nowhere. Right? They're in the middle of nowhere, and they got AR-15s drawn down on this man for a mud flap. So he's not going at excessive speed, but he's trying to get to an exit where some more people other than these state troopers. And what they do, they bust his tires out, right? They put the little strips down, bust his tires out, and then lo and behold, he's surrendering, hands up, and they still sick the dog on him when even the majority of these base beasts was yelling, "Don't let the dog on him," when he's got his hands up. What they did, they sick the dog on him. They sick the dog on him. Good Lord, man. Whew. Good Lord. You know what I'm saying? Esau gonna get it, man. Esau gonna get it. He gonna get it, right? That's why it's so important. Look, Mashpaka, Akim, and Akwa. It's important for us to understand the urgency of us doing what's right. Having faith in the Most High and in His Son, Yahweh Shai, and keeping these law, statute, commandments, and being obedient servants. And teaching others to do so that we can get these numbers up is crucial. Because it ain't getting better. Esau is on a rampage, right? Esau is on a rampage because the devil knows that his time is short, and he's sending his goons out on a rampage. And the only way for us to be prepared is, number one, know who these fools are, understand their tactics, and understand what's required of us to be saved through this. Because Jacob's trouble is ramping up. No question at all. No doubt, none whatsoever. Okay? So not only you got to know yourself, right? You got to know your enemy. And if you know your enemy and you see who he is and what his main mission is on this earth, it should be motivation for you to be the most diligent servant possible to our Heavenly Father. And to be loving and caring to our brothers and sisters and our nation, first and foremost, right? First and foremost, okay? Because that's the only way out of this thing for us, right? And like I said, I left a link, okay? I left a link, and it's got a video, it's got an article. I don't even want to go into it too much because my blood pressure is already, you know what I'm saying? I feel it. I feel it. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like I hate talking about how these crackers is doing my people, because you know it's like a personal trigger to me. Because like I said, I grew up in the dirty South, and you know I done seen murder and torture and all this firsthand by the hands of, you know, dirty, wicked Edomites on my loved ones. So you know I got issues when it comes to Esau, right? But through the Spirit, I'm able to look this devil in his face and say, you got it coming. You laid your hands on the apple of the Most High's eye, right? It almost brings a smile to my face, knowing, right, that I'm in control, right? Not me. The Most High is in control, but the Most High has put me in a position to open my eyes up to say, son, this is what you need to do. Do this, do it diligently, right? And your reward will come in the end. You understand? That's where we need to be at with this. Okay. But yeah, so this article from Ohio, right? They sick the dog on this young man and let the dog continually bite him, right? As he's already surrendering. It is nothing. He's not armed. He's not violent. He didn't lead him on a high-speed chase. It's simply, man, they pulled him over from mud flaps and they came out with the choppers on him. Man, who would not want to drive to a safe place? Look at this country deserted road in the middle of nowhere. See what I'm saying? They could have mowed that man down for the slightest move. Look, they sick the dog on him. Okay? And let me tell you a story. I heard these Edomites, I was watching YouTube, right? Not to digress too much, but you know, I was watching YouTube and you know, some bootlicker was talking to the cop, and he was like, yeah, that's a nice police dog you got there. That's a nice police dog. Yeah, my buddy's he's trained. He said they giving the dogs titanium grills now. They fitting the police dogs with titanium grills. I said, that's unheard of, man. Look, throw a 1 in the chat if you ever heard of such a thing. I said, that's unheard of. They fitting the dogs with titanium grills. Okay? As if they canines is not enough to do damage to human flesh. They giving these niggas the Flavor Flav, top and bottoms, titanium. All right? Let me look that up. I couldn't believe it, man. But I looked it up. Police dogs. Right? Okay. Let's go there. They say Raquan, they fit military. Yeah, see that, and that through the Spirit, Raquan, that's what's happening to the police force. It's being militarized because that's a military tactic. And Raquam is a veteran, right? They fit military attack dogs with metal teeth. So the police are doing it. Why? Because the police have become militarized, right? And they got the budget to do it. Senate and the Congress is approving it. You see what I'm saying? They're approving these things. Oh yeah, that's legal. Go ahead. We'll give you budget. Oh yeah. You want a bunch of military rejects to be police and go out there and kill niggas? Yeah, go ahead. Sure. Right? Jacob's trouble is real. But let's see. I just had that thing pulled up. Where did I pull it up? Oh, right here. 1 second. Right? Yeah. So they militarizing the police force. Okay. And if it just sound crazy, just let this sink in. Let this right here sink in. Okay. Like Raquam said, that they get it from the military and they are militarizing the police, just like they got up armored vehicles, right? They you know what I'm saying? They got the attack gear and the combat gear and helicopters and whoop-de-whoop, drones. They militarizing the police. Now, peep gang, let's go through some of these photos. Right? As if this dog is not vicious enough, but his canines is titanium. Okay? Look at that. Titanium canines. Bruh. I'll be damn. I'll be damn. I'll be damn, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like I said, look it up for yourself. I was bewildered. Right? Yeah, Raquam said he saw it firsthand in the military, right? What do you say? Copland, urban warfare, right? Because they pattern after military. And look, they make the metal filings razor sharp to kill, not to subdue, to kill. They file those titanium canines razor sharp. And imagine the canine unit. Yeah, I'm a sick. My dog got the new titaniums. I'm gonna sick them on the nigga as soon as I get a chance. Man. Bruh, Shapat. Look, if a motherfucking police dog lock on me, Lord willing, I got one in the head and I can go in and goddamn feed that motherfucker some lead. Right between his goddamn canines. So I'll be damned if I'm gonna sit there and let a beast ragdoll my arm or my leg. Not gonna happen. Right? And then peep game. Go on and hey, once I do that, man, go on and put me up under there because I might as well put two. Matter of fact, if I'm gonna give it to the dog, I'm giving it to as many of them around me. Because if you shoot the dog, you might as well shoot one of them cave beasts. It's the same charge. I don't know if anybody ever been bit by a dog. I've seen, I've seen, my cousin Ulysses, he got bit pretty bad by my Uncle Shepherd. My Uncle German Shepherd kind of, they get old. Plus, them niggas crazy, man. They used to feed a dog gunpowder and all kind of shit, right? It was an attack dog, but Ulysses, got too close to him and he bit him pretty good. I saw the results of that. It was horrible. He had all kind of flesh hanging out on top of flesh. And I done got, I raised pit bulls and all that growing up. I done been nipped by accident. I ain't never been locked. But even a little nip, like, my dog, they scrapping and I'm trying to break them up and they just, like go like that and it'll cut you apart. Right? Yeah, Raquan, gunpowder and hot sauce. That's how you get your dog riled up. Right? But even a little nip, I'm talking about just a few stitches, on the surface, painful. Right? Never mind, they dig all the way into your nerve, man, and pull your muscle out. Bruh. Unthinkable. Unthinkable. And to think that, these Edomites can just have a lust, a blood lust to want to sick their dog on a nigga as soon as it, you're missing a mud flap, sick him. Man. All praises. Shalom Nazarite vow. All praises. Welcome to the WOLFPAC live. You know what I'm saying? No worries. You know what I'm saying? We towards the end of the show, but the good thing for you is you can go back and hit that replay. And also we have, a link to the supplemental slideshow for the class right here. I'll post that link in the chat and it's in the description as well. Okay. Right. I just want to go through and give a shout out to some folks that I'm not familiar with, just to, some recognition here. I think I already shouted y'all Yaquan, but once again, Shalom King, right? Nicholas Jacobs, all praises. Good to have you, King, right? Playing upon tables, my guy, all praises. You know what I'm saying? Good to see you. Zion, Shalom, King, Shalom. And all y'all soldiers and all y'all regulars, you know what it is, a Habatham, right? Habatham, Mashpaka, and, the water, right? The water and Barakatah for showing up and showing out. I appreciate you. What do you say, sis? Sis Ton, he's a Chihuahua got you. Ooh. Hey, look, hey, look, by all means necessary. Look, them dogs will get you. Even the little ones, right? Even the little ones, they got teeth that will hook into you, right? Okay, all praise. Hey, look, Zion, that's HAM going ham on them, right? All praises, King. Good to have you back, right? But yeah, sis, even them little dogs. Hey, look, but I'll be damned. If a Chihuahua locked on me, I'm gonna break his neck. I'm gonna break his neck. You feel me? Look. If a Chihuahua lock on me, I'm gonna be like, all right, he gone, he done, he's done, right? He is done, right? So look, any questions? Any questions? Any comments? Nazarite Val, what are you talking about? Sakari is an Arab. Did you know? Explain that to me. I'm confused. Sakari is an Arab. Explain that to me. Because I don't know a nigga named Sakari. I don't know a nigga named Sakari. So how could he have a lineage? You feel me? Explain that, Nazarite. Because, I'm confused right now. I need some clarification. Hey, sis, yeah, them little Chihuahuas is mean, but that's the defense mechanism. Look, Nazarite Val, you about to have problems in a second if you come in here childbearing like that, man. Look, Chief Alazar Bond lawyer, his father is Haitian, my nigga. What are you talking about? What is you talking about? You don't even know his name. Like you coming in here like really scoffing, my G. Like, what's the deal? You know what I'm saying? You don't got nothing better to do? You know him. Yeah, as if we don't know him. We rock with him, right? And look, if you want problems, look, you can get some. You can get some problems. See what I'm saying? But that's pure foolishness. Talking about, for one, to call him Sakari. That just show you that this is some ignorant Negro. Ignorant. He's an Arab. His father's Haitian, right? Look at this fool. You see what I'm talking about? And so Nazarite vow, who are you? Right? You coming in, you tell Baron, right? For one, you should tread lightly because you speaking ill and you tell Baron on a priest. Remember that. See, I laugh at niggas like this. You tell Baron on a priest, bro. You don't know what territory you about to venture into. The Most High don't play, right? Most High don't play. And look, you such a buster, right? You such a buster that you making yourself look foolish, bro. You making yourself look foolish, right? He's saying Arab in Haiti. This nigga is a scoffer, right? A purity scoffer. Hey, look, what kind of little buster, right? Got to come troll somebody else's class, right? What kind of buster are you, bro? You must be a little kid or either illiterate nigga, right? He a devil. Nigga, please, man. Look, you ain't worth the goddamn. You ain't worth the bullets. I ain't even gonna shoot back. I'm gonna slap you off like a mosquito, you little buster. Right? He's a straight buster. Get up out my chat, nigga. You sorry excuse. This nigga crazy. Right? And then look, he's sitting there, right? Look. Take heed to thyself. All praises to God. Take heed to thyself that thou forsake not the Levite as long as thou livest upon the earth. You custer. Coming in here with that folly, man. You look, and I'm laughing because, nigga, you just don't know. You just don't know, my nigga. You look, you coming in here scoffing and tailbearing. I mean, I could respect you if you said you had some doctrinal differences or, you know, you was talking some kind of sense, but you know what I'm saying? You had an issue you want to discuss. All gravy, man. But you coming in here, oh, you throwing out all of this, bruh, come on. And you doing that again. You talking about like that against a Levite, bro? You crazy. This nigga is crazy, man. You see what we got to deal with, right? You see what we got to deal with. Look, the pack gonna sick you, bro. Like, you lucky I got you up out of here. Look. I know for sure this nigga's in here right now that not nary nigga won't nary part of, bro. Trust me. And Raquam is one of them. But look, he said, you a football helmet wearing mini yellow bus. Hey, Raquam, he rode the short bus to school, bro. He rode the short bus and he's sitting there banging his head against the window, drooling, right? Got to be. He got to be of that ilk, right? he got the crash helmet on the short bus, bro. Drooling. Got to be. You is insane, bro. Insane. Oh, man. Whew. Man. Shabbat. Oh, man. Look. Oh, bro. Hey, I guess we need to laugh, man. Because look, you know, we have to deal with the reality of Esau. But guess what? It's all good when the Most High on your side, man. Who can prosper? What man can be victorious against you? when the Most High is on your side, man. So we got to stay in pocket. We got to stay diligent. We got to do the will of the Father and have faith, right? And teach each other, lean on each other, encourage each other, and keep each other accountable to do so. Because that's all we got, family. That's all we got is this heritage, this inheritance that we got. Okay? And no weapon formed against us can prosper, man. If we stay in pocket, right? You know, right now this is a spiritual war. We got to get spiritually right because it's gonna get physically difficult. Jacob trouble is ramping up, and we got to bond together, and we gotta get this flock. We got to get these numbers up in this flock, right? Raquan got a preset. Raquan said Proverbs 26:4. All right, let's go there. I always love, right? I love audience participation because I know we got some wise brothers in here, man. I done rock with them for a minute, right? Proverbs 26:4. Answer not a fool according to his folly, lest thou also be like unto him, right? You're exactly right, Raquan. That's why, you know, get that fool out of here and laugh, right? See, says Khan. I needed a laugh. Yeah, somebody sent the clown, you know, somebody sent the clown show at the end of the show, right? That's like our little outro commercial. We all need a little laugh to break up the tension of having to deal with the bare facts and the reality of Esau. But hey, the study material is there, right? At your leisure, go back through, you know what I'm saying? Research it in depth with the articles and, you know what I'm saying? Look stuff up, build on it, and leave me some comments. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear, I want to see feedback and comments, like, share. Let's get this thing out there, family. You know, we had a nice sized room today. All praises. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Rock a thumb and a hop a thumb, mashpaka, right? And as per usual, I'll cut it off right at an hour and a half. So that'll give us like a little 2.5 plus minutes. If y'all got any questions, any comments, right? Any topics that you want to suggest, something on your mind, right? I do believe earlier I was mentioning something that I might would have went into, but nah, we ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there. We is not going into no breakdowns. But here go the beauty of it. We got the comment board, right? If it's something you want elaborated upon, or you know, if you take the slideshow and review it and you stumble upon something while you're reading in depth or going over the context, man, shoot your questions, shoot your comments, right? That's what we're here for, right? I want this thing to be interactive. All praises to the Most High, right? And look, while we got y'all here, look, if you found it edifying and you got some good info out of it, shoot a 1 in the chat, right? If you got questions or if it's things that you need clarification on, shoot your question, right? I'm gonna keep it rolling for another minute or two. All right. So look, what you mean to guard the essences? What essences? What essences? Let's see. Yeah, be more a little more. Throw me some more detail in there. The gar. Khan, Raquam, Khan. That is a great idea, right? Oppression make a wise man mad for sure, and there's a lot of us that's out there just trying to deal with it, you know. And the sad thing is, a lot of us are taught to deal with it by be a man, right? Hey, be a man, suck it up, right? You ain't bleeding. It's just a flesh wound if you are, right? That's a great suggestion. I'm gonna take note of that. I'm going to take note of that. My brother Quan. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Mental health. This is a great suggestion. The water for that, Quan. Hey, all praises. HAM, H to the A to the M. Good to have you back, King. You know what I'm saying? Stay diligent, family. So lock it. That fool had me laughing. Man, like, you know, we don't get too many scoffers in the Wolfpack, right? It's just it's a small loyal bunch, right? That run with the pack. It's rare to get some just random scoffer coming in here, got the nerve to speak sideways out his mouth about the priest. Boy, that's crazy. That nigga is ignorant. What Christ said, forgive him, Lord, for he know not what he do. Right? Right? But look, all praises, okay? All praises, right? We're gonna wrap it up, okay? It was a breeze. Like that hour and a half went by so quick because it was enjoyable. Lord willing, y'all enjoyed it and was edified. I see some ones in there, all praises. Like I said, any questions, any comments, man, hit the comment box up. Okay. I want to see some okay. You talking about the Essenes. Okay. I thought you said essence. Let me see if I read that wrong or you spelled. Yeah, nigga, check your spelling. Essences. The Essenes. All right, King. I'll get into it, but you're right. There's a certain sect, right? And they have certain significance for sure. Okay. It was another small sect that was running around at that time. And you got to understand, just like the Sakari was a sect, the Essenes was a sect because, you know, Israel was shattered. It was clicked up. Okay. But that's also a good suggestion, King. I'm gonna make note of that. The Essenes, because it's important kind of for us to know, you know, just like today, if you're in LA, nigga, you better know what set you on or what street you turning down. You feel me? Sometimes when I go to see the homie, you know what I'm saying, that live over there, you know, off of 58, like I gotta make a decision. Do I go down Slauson or do I turn on Hoover? Like, you know, do I hit the next block? You know what I mean? Gotta make wise decisions. You feel me? So yeah, great suggestion, King. Might do something on Israelite clicks. You feel me? You undersmell me? Right? Con. Hey, it's been a pleasure, Mashpaka, as usual. Like I said, we do this for y'all, man. This is our life work. You know what I mean? Our passion and our life work. We do it for the people. You know what I'm saying? It's a selfish job. It's a selfish act too, because I want to get the hell up out of here too. But even more than my desire to get out of here, I want to see my people doing well, like how we deserve. Okay? My brothers and my sisters and my children. Okay? All my loved ones. I rock with y'all, Mashpaka. And with that, I want to say, Kwam Yashrallah.